Welcome to the impeccable Coon Field in St. Augustine, Florida, home of the St. Joseph Academy Flashes. I'm Noah Schlick, bringing you some afternoon high school baseball live on Schlick Sports between St. Joseph Academy and Creekside. This is a big-time matchup for both of these sides. St. Joseph riding high on a 6-game win streak, unbeaten in their last 11, enter this game with a record of 13-1-1. Creekside at 11-7, winners of 4 of their last 5 and 8 of their 11 contests in March. Creekside is coming off of a big win, a dominant win last night over Bulls. They put up 8 runs in the 7th inning, leading the way to a 13-2 victory over the Bulldogs. The Knights netted 28 base runners last night. This offense has been hot throughout the month of March. They have scored at least 5 in 10 of their 11 March contests, and they'll look to keep it going for yet another contest under the sun for a change out here in Florida. Is St. Joseph Academy, kind of the Wrigley Field of high school baseball here. They've got a manual scoreboard, and it is a great place to take in a ball game. It is a hot one out here. Not too many clouds in the sky, 75 degrees with the wind blowing at 11 miles per hour. It's a short porch out in right field, something to watch out for, just 295 down the line. A good opportunity for left-handed hitters and guys to send one the opposite way. I'm looking at Connor Belizik especially, who's a good opposite field hitter. Creekside got some other lefties who can do damage in the lineup, such as Hunter Schlegel and Tavern Blansett. St. Joseph Academy has been swinging it well throughout the season. Creekside with Nick Romeo on the mound and the senior Jacob Guthmiller throwing for the Flashes. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups and the national anthem out here at St. Joseph Academy.
Good afternoon and welcome to Coon Field, home of the St. Joseph Academy Flashes for tonight's game against the Creekside Knights. At this time, I'd like to ask the visiting team, the Knights, to join us on the left field foul line for the invocation of the opening prayer. I'd also like to announce the starting lineup for the St. Joseph Academy Flashes. Leading off, number 11, third baseman Connor Lewis. Batting second, number 7, the catcher, Eli Robshaw. Batting third, number 2, shortstop, Dayton Taylor. Batting fourth, number 10, the designated hitter, Sean Miskowick. Batting fifth, number 21, center fielder, Camden Biscup. Batting sixth, number 8, right fielder, Garrison Wade. Batting seventh, number 5, second baseman, Carlos Willis. Batting eighth, number 22, left fielder Patrick Malahi. And batting ninth, number 16, first baseman Cohen Garner. Pitching today for the Flashes, number 27, Jacob Guthmiller. At this time, I would ask you please stand and remove your caps for the opening prayer and the national anthem. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to come out and play the game of baseball today. We thank you for each of these players and their families that are here to support them. We ask that you keep them safe, help us to play with good sportsmanship at all times, and to be always grateful for the opportunity to play the game. In your name we pray. Amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
And it is time for baseball here on Schlick Sports, getting things kicked off with the starting lineups. First, the batting order for the Creekside Knights. The Knights are led off by Zach Jackson, followed by Hunter Schlegel and Connor Belizik. Morton Williams Bysham 4-5-6 with Blancett, Benachek, and Hudson Hyatt rounding things out. Only real change here in the lineup for Creekside is Hudson Hyatt getting the start instead of Tony Romeo, who was previously at second yesterday. Hyatt will slide into that spot and the 9-hole in the batting order. Out on the field for St. Joseph Academy in the outfield, it's Molahi, Biscup, and Wade on the infield. Connor Lewis at third with Dayton Taylor at short. Carlos Willis, the second baseman. Colin Gardner at first with Eli Robshaw behind the plate. And out on the mound, Jacob Guthmiller. The senior stands at 6'0", 185. St. Joseph Academy has allowed 40 runs this season, an average of 2.66 per game, a team ERA at 2.08, and Guthmiller has been their guy. He's appeared tied for the most appearances and most starts this season in 25 innings. He's got a record of 3-0, an ERA at 1.68, striking out 30 while walking 13 opponents, hitting 185 off of Guthmiller. But this Creekside Knights team has come in hot at the plate. Their team batting average now up to 281. They plated 13 runs on 12 hits last night against Bowles. They come in outscoring their opponents 101-69, an average of about 5.6 runs per game compared to their opponents' 3.8. In this all-time series, Creekside leads St. Joseph 4-3. St. Joseph Academy won 4-3 last year in extra innings, and they have won 3 of the last 4 against Creekside. So though the Knights control the all-time series record, it has been St. Joseph who's controlled this series recently. Jackson will lead things off for the Knights. The sun's shining. It is a hot one out here. One that's got me worried about the camera overheating, quite honestly. Running a little bit behind as first pitch was scheduled for 4:10. Excuse me, for 4 o'clock. It is currently 4:10. Jackson stepping up to the plate. First pitch is taken for a strike, and we are underway. Jackson hitting 167 at the plate, getting on base at the 273 mark. Takes up high, 1-1. Guthmiller into the windup. Jackson was fooled by the off-speed pitch. 1-2. 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. The fastball is high, 2-2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging at strike 3. 1 away, and that will bring up Hunter Schlegel, the DH. Schlegel comes into this one hitting .340. His OPS over 900 at 914. He is one of 6 Creekside Knights hitting above 295 at this point of the season. First pitch swinging, and the fastball is by him for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch goes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The cheese has been working early on for Guthmiller. We'll see if he goes back to it. Here's the pitch. Looked like that one was low, 2-1. Struggling to find the zone against Hunter Schlegel. It's a hitter's count. I'd be sitting fastball and trying to do some damage with it. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 4, and Schlegel works a walk. That brings up Connor Belizik. The sophomore catcher raised his average last night to .527. His on-base percentage now at .600. He's got 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. A 3-hit effort for him last night. Reached base in 4 of his 5 plate appearances. First pitch to Belizik is high and away, 1-0. That is now 6 straight balls from Jacob Guthmiller. Trying to find the zone. Belizik grounds this one to third. That's a fair ball. And runners will be on first and second for the Creekside Knights. Just a hard chopper to the third baseman, Lewis. Couldn't handle the hop, and it is an infield single. Made a good effort with the backhand. Kept it from trickling down that left field line. And now Parker Morton up to the plate. Morton came up to the plate 5 times last night, reached base all 5 times. Takes a strike, 0-1. He recorded 3 hits and 2 walks. Batting average now at .333 for Parker Morton. Two on, 1 out. Morton taking a ball, 1-1. Belizik on first, Schlegel stands on second. Kick and the pitch. Breaking ball. What a pitch. Looked like it was going to hit Morton. He turned his back, and it cut back into the zone for a strike. Two-strike pitch is sent out to left. That's caught in left field, and Schlegel will be doubled up to end the inning. Off the bat, looked to me like it was going to get down, and Mulhay came in, made the catch, and that ends the inning. Creekside gets a couple on base, can't get anyone home. On to the bottom of the first, scoreless at St. Joseph Academy.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Welcome back to Kuhn Field at St. Joseph Academy, as it's time now to take a look at the batting order for the Flashes. They're led off by Connor Lewis, followed by Eli Robshaw and Dayton Taylor. Heart of the order, Sean Miskowick, Camden Biscup, and Garrison Wade. 7, 8, 9, Carlos Willis, Patrick Mullahay, and Colin Garner. Out on the mound for Creekside is Nick Romeo. The senior stands at 6'0", 185. Got a fastball in the mid-80s with a couple off-speed pitches he likes to mix in. Coming off of a great performance against Windermere, in which he went 6 innings, allowing 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 9 while walking 4 against the number 3 team in the state. On the season, Romeo carries an ERA at 3.97 and a record at 2-2. He has struck out 29 over 24 2/3 on the mound. Connor Lewis will lead things off. Creekside was able to get a couple base runners in the top half of the inning, but a line drive to left field was caught. They doubled him up to escape the inning. This is a Flashes team that averages 8 runs per game. They're outscoring their opponents 120-40. Hitting .286 on the season, a team on base percentage at .423. Romeo into the windup. And he misses for ball 1. Fastball is sent to short. Benechek delivers the throw in time to first base for out number 1. Time now to take a look at the defensive alignment for the Creekside Knights. In the outfield, it's Jackson, Bysham, and Williams. Parker Morton in the hot corner with Benechek at short. Hudson Hyatt at second. Tavern Blansett at first. Behind the plate, Connor Belizik. And Nick Romeo on the mound. Another fastball. This one popped up left field. Benechek makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down on just 3 pitches. Now Dayton Taylor, the shortstop, trying to get something going with 2 outs. Taylor has driven in a whopping 20 runs this season, hitting .378 OPS at 1,114, leads the team with 10 extra base hits. Takes a called strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. Romeo misses down and away. Great pitch there. Now a 2-2. Here it comes. Chopper up the middle and through into center field. A 2-strike, 2-out base hit. Puts a runner on board. And now the DH, Sean Miskowick, will step up. The DH leads the team with 3 home runs this season. Got a batting average at .324 in 50 plate appearances. Has reached base at the 500 mark. A slurve from Romeo doesn't hit, and that's ball 1. Fastball paints the black. 1-1. Romeo takes a peek over to first, delivers to the plate. Another one up the middle. This one gloved on a dive by Benechek. Throw over to first is in time to end the inning. A great defensive play there by Aiden Benechek. And we are scoreless after 1 on Schlick Sports. Top of the second inning, and Drew Williams stepping up for Creekside. Nothing on the scoreboard after 1, and it'll be 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Creekside Knights. Drew Williams up at the plate. Might have the best nickname I've heard, Dub. Steps up to the plate. You'll hear a lot of rub-a-dub-dubs out in that dugout. Up and in, 1-0. I don't know who came up with that, but you know who's up at the plate. Because that dugout is loud every time. One is the count on Williams. Guthmiller misses up high. He surrendered 2 base runners in that first inning. Guthmiller was able to work around the turbulence. Right off of his glove. Second baseman turns, makes the throw, and is not in time. It'll be a single for Drew Williams, and now the attention turns back to the man on the mound. I don't know if that went off his glove or his wrist. Guthmiller signals to Eric Hurley in the dugout that he is good and will continue. Now Michael Bysham with the leadoff man aboard. Williams takes his lead at first. Curveball into the zone for strike 1. Fouled away. 0-2 count on Mike Bysham. The center fielder picked up an RBI single last night. Takes a fastball up above his head. 1-2. This a historic ballpark. Kuhn Field gets its name from former MLB Commissioner Bowie Kuhn, who donated a good sum of money to St. Joseph Academy to build a baseball field, as Williams will take second base. He's into scoring position. Ball 2 on Bisham. It's a really cool place to bring in some baseball. You've got the manual scoreboard out in right. The only option for a scoreboard out here, so you got to watch it. It's a cool atmosphere. No lights, kind of like you're back in the 1980s. Bisham shoots another one foul the opposite way. Maybe even before the 1980s, I don't know. Did a lot of baseball fields have lights in the 1980s? Yeah. Not really for high school baseball? Yeah. Bisham swings and fights another one off. Good battle here. I believe this is pitch number 7 of this plate appearance. Guthmiller will make a pickoff move back towards second, and Williams is back in time. A long look over at second, and Guthmiller will step off. Creekside applying some early pressure. They've got a runner in scoring position, top of the second, nobody out. Another 2-2. Is swung on and missed, strike 3. Bisham couldn't catch up to the high fastball. That'll bring up Tavern Blansett. Blansett has been really hot over his last 6-7 games. If you take a look at the numbers, he's hitting .455 over his last 7, .474 in his last 6. Taps one foul down the first base side, 0-1. One on, one out. Back up the middle. The shortstop gloves it, throws on to first, and the play is made by Dayton Taylor for out number 2. That would have been a base hit probably to center field had he not been over keeping Williams close. Instead, it's a ground out, and Aiden Benechek is up to the plate. A runner 90 feet away. 2 outs in the inning. He's trying to get him home. The curveball misses high, 1-0. The wind and the pitch. There's a strike on Benechek. One and two. Two outs and a 2-strike count. Here comes Guthmiller. Missed down and away. Good take there by Benechek. A long pause, and he's into the windup. Up and in, now 3-2. Beneček has worked this count full. We'll see what Guthmiller gives him. Goes into the zone. Beneček sends this one to right center. That ball is down and is going to get to the wall. Beneček on his way to second, and he is in with a stand-up RBI double. Creekside on the board first. It's 1-0. A great piece of hitting there from Aiden Beneček. He brings Williams home. And now, for the 10th straight game, Creekside has scored first. 9th or 10th? As Hudson Hyatt takes ball one. Yep, 10th straight game. And Creekside 8-2 in that span. Two 2-0 the count on Hudson Hyatt. After the two-out double from Beneček, Creekside with the 1-0 lead. Missing high, Guthmiller 3-0. Zach Jackson, the leadoff man, awaits on deck. The 3-0 to Hyatt. Taken for a strike. The 3-1, missing away for ball four. Two men on with two outs, and it's back to Zach Jackson. Jackson was a strikeout victim his first time up. Trying to put that behind him and keep this two-out rally going. Showing bunt with two outs. Doesn't get it down, it's a strike. That double from Aiden Beneček is brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. Jackson chops one foul to the Creekside dugout, 0-2. It's a two-strike count on Jackson. The 0-2 offering, runners go. Pitch is up, and there will be no throw. Beneček takes third. Hyatt steals second. 1-2 on Jackson. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and sent out into left. That ball is caught and will end the inning. Creekside gets one on the board courtesy of Aiden Beneček. Our score, 1-0 Knights when we return on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. One nothing is our score. Creekside with the lead. Nothing is our score. Creekside with the lead. A leadoff chopper to second, mishandled by Hyatt, and the leadoff man aboard. Creekside able to get a run across in the top half of the inning. Foul tip for a strike. Leadoff man aboard. Showing bunt, laying one down. Romeo turns, throws to second, and they got the out. Great play coming off the mound by Nick Romeo. One away. Now Carlos Willis up to the plate. Got an error and a fielder's choice, putting one on and one out in the inning. 0-1 the count on the second baseman, Willis. Takes a called strike two. And 0-2 count. Romeo comes set. The pitch down and away. Ball one. A two-out single was all that St. Joe's had going for him in the first. They trail by one, looking for a response. Going with the slurve. Missing for ball two is Nick Romeo. Went with the off-speed pitch the last two. We'll see if he switches it up here with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And man, did he have him hornswoggled there. Willis did not see that pitch coming. Right over the middle of the plate, the breaking ball in there for strike 3. With 2 away, Patrick Molahay. Stepping off the mound, Romeo. Into the zone for strike 1. Molahay is hitting .256 this season with 10 RBIs. Belichick has got him picked off. The throw to second ends the inning. Belichick got Wade leaning off of first. Beat him with the throw to first base. Wade had no choice but to break for second. And the Knights finish him off on the throw from Blanchett to Benechek to end the second. 1-0 is our score. Late afternoon baseball on Schlick Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside 25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Taking a look at that Knights dugout here, bottom of the third inning. It's been a fun team to cover this season, these last few weeks. The Knights starting to get hot, come together as a team. Started to do some fun content with them this year, asking them questions each week. We had a video do really well on the channel this week, 9,000 views, asking players the most famous person that they've met. Got some interesting answers there. Hunter Schlegel gave a nice little shout out to Jason Benechek after Aiden mentioned Anthony Schlegel. Josh Huber claimed to have met LeBron James. I don't think he was telling the truth there. Went on to tell me before the game today that he broke his hand from LeBron shaking it too hard. I'm going to have to fact check that one. Two-two count on Schlegel. He rips this one to center for a base hit. The Knights get the leadoff man aboard for the second straight inning. And that sets up Belichick with a runner on base. Now 4 hits already for the Creekside Knights. It has been impressive to see these bats come alive recently. At the end of February, their team batting average was around 220. They're hitting north of 300. As Belichick skies this one to right, that ball is back and it is gone! 3-0 Creekside. It's a Bella bomb, the 4th of the year for Connor Belichick. And he extends the Knights' lead to 3, going the opposite way. Getting the silent treatment from the dugout. You love to see it. I didn't even see that one land. I lost it. I mentioned in the pregame, that's a short porch out and right. Belichick's got good opposite field power. Only took him 2.5 innings. As we sit in the top of the third, now 3-0 Creekside. Four home runs and now 20 RBIs on the season for Connor Belizik. Breakout year for the sophomore. I saw a video yesterday from Gradium Jacksonville. They did a video on the adjustments they've made to Belizik's swing over the offseason. And those results have shown in a big way. Morton chops at that one, able to make contact. Staying alive. Inside on Morton. 3-2. Payoff pitch, and he walked him. That one to the backstop. Morton hustling over to first. He will not try for second. The first three men in the inning have now reached. Already 2 runs in after the home run from Belizik. And Eric Hurley is going to go talk to his man, Guthmiller, on the mound. Eric Hurley has been very successful in his tenure so far at St. Joseph. He is in his 4th year as head coach, graduated from local Wolfson High School. He was a first-round pick of the Rangers in 2004, made 5 appearances in Texas in 2008. And this has been the best start we've seen from them so far under Hurley, 13-1-1. They are unbeaten in their last 11 games. They've won 6 in a row. The Flash's last loss came on February 25th, a 1-0 loss in 11 innings to Beachside. And their tie came 21 days ago with Fletcher. That was a 5-5 game. Also went into extras, but that was here. They ran out of daylight. And without the lights, had to call it 5-5 tie in 8 innings. Taking off is Morton. Looked like a hit and run there. Williams sent that one to the backstop, 0-1. One on, still nobody out in the top of the third. Second pitch to Williams, he shows bunt, and it is a foul ball, 0-2. Big hole on that 4-3 side. And a pickoff move to first base. I think I forgot to zoom the camera out after the mound visit. That's my bad. 0-2 count. Runner goes again. Williams cuts on this one, shoots it over to third. Throwing is Lewis to first, and that is down the right field line. Morton will score. Williams into second. 4-0 Creekside. I think Zach Jackson just gave Parker Morton a grade on his base running on the way back to the dugout. It's a team that likes to have fun. After giving Belizik the silent treatment, they greet Morton after scoring his run with I give it a C+. 4-0 Knights, bringing up Michael Bysham showing bunt. Fouls one back. 0-2. Bysham, one of the leaders on this team. A little bit like how Reed Long was for the Creekside football team. His teammate this past fall. Lays a good bunt down that third base side, being killed by the grass, and he will reach on a bunt single. It's been a big inning so far for Creekside, and all signs point to it continuing. Still nobody out, runners at the corners, 3 runs in the top of the third. Brings up Tavern Blansett. Bysham will take second without a contest. 2 in scoring position with nobody out. Benechek is on deck. He had the RBI double an inning ago. Foul ball off the bat of Blansett. Infield in for St. Joe's. Fly ball to left. This should do the trick. Mullahy is back. He makes the catch. Tagging up is Williams, and he will score on the sac fly. Blansett brings home Williams. 5-0 Creekside. The Knights creating some big-time separation. Still only 1 away, a runner on second base. Benechek had the RBI double an inning ago. Creekside doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. Eric Hurley is walking out to the mound, and this might do it for Jacob Guthmiller. And Creekside has chased the ace in the top of the third inning. 1 away, we take a break for this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change on your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. 5-0 is our score when we return in the top of the third inning.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Shacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Shacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Creekside already with 4 runs on the board in the top of the 3rd inning. They lead 5-0, and they get a new pitcher on the mound, number 10, and I do not have a number 10 on my roster. But he is the new pitcher for St. Joe's.
Batting with 1 out in the inning, number 2, Aiden Bonichik.
I'm trying to find something here and figure it out. Tall, lanky lefty. Benichek up at the plate. RBI double for him his first time up. He's showing bunt. Pulls back, it's a ball. Throw goes to third. Bisham takes third on the steal. Another run just 90 feet away. Sean Miskowick. He's not wearing 20 today. He's wearing number 10. Thanks to Pete Dupre for that. Gets a strike across. Oh, 2 is the count. Apparently that first pitch was a strike. Miskowick is making his 6th appearance of the year. Got an ERA at 3.34. Struck out 21 and 14 2/3. Struggled with his control, though. He's walked 16. That's more than he has innings pitched, which is never a good sign. Creekside will want to work the count. Opponent's hitting just 173 off of Miskowick this season. Benichek fooled by the curve. There's out number 2. It brings up Hudson Hyatt. He reached on a walk his first time up. Opponents this season against St. Joe's came in hitting 197, averaging less than 3 runs per game. Creekside already with 5 on the board. And they've already got 6 hits. St. Joe's, the number 35 team in Florida, number 1 in Class 1A. Hyatt into center for a single. That brings home Bisham. Hudson Hyatt with his first career hit. And it extends the lead to 6-0. Hyatt has made some good contact throughout the season, already with 2 RBIs on the year, and makes some great contact hard up the middle there. Drives home a run. Hyatt now taking off for second base, and he is in with a stolen bag. Now a 5-run inning for Creekside. And another runner in scoring position for Zach Jackson. 2 outs, 6-0 lead. That one is bounced to the backstop. Hyatt will take third.
Let's go, Zach. Come on, Zach.
1-1 count on Jackson. He swings and sends one up the middle and into center. It's another RBI single, back-to-back singles with 2 outs. And Jackson tacks on another. 7-0. Creekside's offense has stayed hot. 28 base runners, 13 runs last night. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. They've already got 7 across on St. Joe's. They have batted around here in the 3rd inning. Schlegel led things off with a single. Runner goes, pitch is bounced, and Jackson advancing into scoring position. 2-0. 11 base runners already for Creekside. Three and 0 on Hunter Schlegel. Back into the zone is Miskowick. Three-one hitters count. Jackson going for third. Pitch swung on and missed, and it's another stolen base for the Creekside Knights. 3-2 count with 2 outs, a runner on third. The pitch to Schlegel, called strike 3, and that will end the inning. Creekside gets 6 across the plate in the top of the third, 7-0 Knights when we return on Schlick Sports.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Bottom of the third inning, Malahy, Garner, and Lewis coming up. Creekside with a 7-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning. The final line on the starter for St. Joe's, Jacob Guthmiller. He goes 2 1/3, allowing 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, walked 3 while striking out 2. What a performance by this Knights offense against a guy who has been clinical on the mound this season. Ground ball towards first. Blansit's got it. Beats him to the bag for out number 1. Colin Garner coming up with 1 away. This is a St. Joe's team that is very experienced. They got 9 seniors. Lost 2 key players from last year. Talon McDonald, who's at Trinity Baptist College, and Aiden Torres, who's gone on to play at New Orleans. New Orleans would be an interesting place to experience college and play baseball. Hot and humid there. I visited New Orleans a couple years ago. Gonna be honest, not the biggest fan. Can't really enjoy the food too much. The shellfish allergy takes jambalaya out of the picture for me. I'll go back for the Super Bowl or some big event at the Superdome, though. One-two count. And he went. Drop third strike. Belichick applies the tag. 2 up, 2 down. And Connor Lewis will step up to the plate. Lewis was a ground out to short his first time up. Romeo's pitch. A low strike one. Quickly ahead, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Missing outside. Fastball is called ball one. First two men down in order. Romeo's 2-strike offering is slapped foul down that right field line. Another 2-strike pitch from Romeo. Just missed on the slurve, 2-2. Trying to end the inning. Lewis will keep it going. Another foul ball with 2 strikes. We'll see if he puts something in the dirt here after a few foul balls. It's a ground ball up the middle, gloved by Hyatt, and it goes through his legs, actually, into center field. A 2-out error from Hyatt brings up Eli Robshaw. And now Parker Morton heading to second. They move Hyatt to third. First pitch, strike to Robshaw. Second pitch of the AB is chopped to third, ruled a foul ball. 0-2 count on Eli Robshaw. The 0-2. Had him fooled there. Chopped it over to Chris King on a foul ball. Still 0-2. Here's the pitch. High chopper over towards short, charging Benechek, throwing to first, will end the inning. Another great play at shortstop by Aiden Benechek. And it's another scoreless frame for Nick Romeo. 7-0 Knights in control. We play on to the fourth. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside 25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Top of the fourth inning, 7-0 Creekside leads St. Joseph, trying to hand them their first loss since February 25th. Belizik hit the 2-run homer his last time up. And that was what broke open the scoring parade in the third inning, where Creekside played at 6. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Curveball into the zone, 0-2. It's a 2-strike count on Belizik. Miskowick with the pitch, sailed it. The 1-2 is in on the hands and fouled away. Set at the chest, the kick and the pitch. And another foul ball from Belizik. A little pause before this pitch as Eric Hurley will come out and visit on the mound with Miskowick. A long talk out there on the mound. gives us a chance. I haven't really showed you guys a shot of the manual scoreboard yet. That's what it looks like out in right field. One of the coolest features you'll see in the area. They've got a little ledge up there, which I was trying to set up for the broadcast on before the game, but just didn't have enough space. But that's how we keep track of the score out here at St. Joseph. Wrigley Field, Fenway Park, and Coon Field. After the long break, it's a ball high, 2-2. A long fight going on here between Miskowick and Belizik. Now a 2-2 count. Good job by Belizik to hold up there on the curveball, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Here it comes. Up high, ball 4. Connor Belizik falls behind in the count and still manages to work it full, draw a walk. Fouled some tough pitches off. Great AB there as Joey Dugo will come out and run for the catcher. Brings up Parker Morton. The last time we were out here at St. Joe's, it was another high-scoring game between the Flashes and the Knights. There's a ball to Morton. Creekside won that game by a score of 10-7. That was in 2023. It was a windy day. Led to a lot of mistakes. There were combined 12 errors. St. Joseph had 8. Creekside had 4. Pickoff move. Dugo caught leaning, and he is out at first base. There's out number 1 in the inning. Dugo had a big lead and looked a little delayed on getting back to first. Two and 0 on Morton. Spicy fastball inside. That thing comes in hot. Three and 0 the count. Morton with a 4-pitch walk. Back-to-back walks here in the first inning. Excuse me, the 4th inning. First man reached on a walk, is picked off. And now with 1 on, 1 out, brings up Drew Williams. Williams is 1 for 2, reached on a single and an error. He's got an RBI. Pickoff move, and Morton back standing at first. Time called at the plate. We're in the top of the fourth inning. 7-0 Creekside is our score. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second. Not in time. A stolen base for Parker Morton. Williams now behind 0-2 in the count. Pickoff move towards second. Back in time is Parker Morton. Williams in a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Morton stays put at second. Now Morton going for third. The pitch is high. Throw beat him, but Morton tried to maneuver around the tag and did so unsuccessfully, according to the infield umpire. Now 2 outs in the inning. With the lead, you see Creekside being a little more aggressive on the bases than they typically would be. You could see Chris King kind of coaching Morton up after his jump on that steal and a little bit on his secondaries as well. It's another walk. Drew Williams is aboard. Brings up Michael Bysham. Had a bunt single and scored a run in the third. Runner on first with 2 outs. Oh and 1 after the foul ball. Hard fly ball down the right field line. That bounces foul. Good contact on that one, just about 10 feet right of the foul pole. Oh, 2 count. Williams is going for second on the pickoff move, and he got under the tag, and they called him out. That is... Can't tell if Chris King's going out to talk with Williams, but didn't look like that tag got him until well after he had reached the base. It's applied high, but it will end the inning. On to the bottom of the fourth. Still 7-0 between Creekside and St. Joe's. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside 25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy.
Let's go, Nick.
Nick Romeo, bottom of the 4th inning out on the mound. He has kept St. Joe's quiet so far. It's a 7-0 lead for Creekside. 3-4-5 coming up. Dayton Taylor, Sean Miskowick, and Camden Biscup. Fly ball down the left field line. Running over and making the catch is Zach Jackson. Covering some ground over there. One away.
Number 10, the pitcher, Sean Miskowick.
Now Miskowick, who has gone from DH to the pitcher's mound, will step up. He grounded out his first time up. Line drive, that ball will get down in left center. Tracking all the way to the wall, Miskowick is in with a stand-up double. Good contact off the bat, and he is into scoring position. 1 out, 1 on. And the center fielder, Biscup, the next man up. Reached on an error his first time up at the plate. Biscup entered this game hitting .347 with 12 RBIs. Takes a strike. Second pitch to Biscup. Another slurve up above the zone. Ball and a strike on the center fielder. Foul tip into the glove. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball goes high. Count evens up at 2 apiece. Quick conversation between Belizik and Romeo on the mound. St. Joe's came into this one averaging 8 runs per game. They've got a runner in scoring position for the first time tonight. Another 2-strike pitch from Romeo. Tried to get him to go fishing down low. He didn't bite. St. Joe's lost 1-0 to Beachside. Since that point, they've played 11 games. Line drive into center. Runner will stay put at third. A single for Biscup. Runners at the corners with one away. They have scored at least 5 runs in every game since that point. This is an offense that can strike for a lot quickly. Runners at the corners. Romeo's first pitch goes inside on Garrison Wade. Two on, one out. Goes down and away. They're sending the runner home. Belizik throws to Romeo, and he is out. Romeo lost the ball. He should have been safe there. So now 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. Romeo caught it, tagged him, and I think he called him out right as the ball flew up out of the glove. That kills a lot of momentum St. Joe's had going in this inning. Chance now for Creekside to get out of it. 3-0 on Garrison Wade. Back into the zone goes Romeo, 3-1. Missing low is Romeo. Biscup will advance to third on the walk and the wild pitch. Carlos Willis with runners on first and third. Willis struck out looking his first time up. St. Joe's trying to get on the scoreboard. A runner on third with 2 outs. Way out in front of that changeup. Looked like he was searching for the heater, and Romeo crossed him up like a rutabaga. Ground ball to second. Mishandled by Morton, and that will score a run. 7-1. On the error, run scores. Shout out to Kyle Kercheval for the Rutabaga. Put together a challenge before the game to give me words to slip into the broadcast. For those who don't know, I didn't know before today, a rutabaga is a cross between a turnip and a cabbage. So, crossed them up like a rutabaga. And with that, I have now completed every word. 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 is the count. Make it 2-0. And Chris King is going to go out there and talk with Nick Romeo. Chris King wants to get some water out there to Nick. It's a hot day. Maybe worried about Romeo and where he's at out there on the mound. It's been a long inning, and control hasn't been what it has been for him so far here in the fourth. Takes a little walk around, and he'll climb the hill. Molahy up at the plate. The 2-0 goes inside for ball 3. It's been a long inning for Nick Romeo. 3-1 count. Gets strike 2 across the plate, lost his hat. Put a little extra oomph on that one. The count is full. Romeo trying to get out of the inning. The 3-2. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Romeo comes set. Here's the pitch. Ground ball again, foul. And again, we'll do it 3-2. 2 on, 2 out, 1 run home in the bottom of the fourth for St. Joseph Academy. Romeo got to challenge him here. And he does, got him with the sword. And that ends the inning. St. Joe's gets some traffic on the bases. 1 run comes home on to the 5th inning. 7-1 Creekside on Schlick Sports.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Shacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Shacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Top of the 5th inning, and it is 7-1 Creekside. Mike Bysham up to the plate. Knights with a 6-run lead as Bysham drives one to right center. That ball is going to be caught on a dive. What a play in center field. Camden Biscup making a great effort to take away extra bases from Michael Bysham. Now Tavern Blansit with one away in the inning. That is probably the best contact Mike Bysham has made all year. That's just how baseball goes sometimes. "15 base runners for Creekside, 7 runs so far in this game on 8 hits. Blansit takes a strike, 1-1. Oh, that one caught the umpire. And he's going to take a moment to shake that one off. Pitch went high, 2-1. Will be the count. Umpire saying he's good. 2-1 will be the count on Tavern Blansit. One away in the top of the 5th inning. And on the hands, jam shot up the middle. Catch is made by Taylor at shortstop. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 5th. Aiden Benechek, the next man up for Creekside. This one's not over. Still 9 outs to get for Creekside. They lead by 6. They've lost a little bit of momentum up at the plate. Benechek trying to reignite the flame for Creekside up at the plate. Showing bunt, foul tip into the mitt. 1-1. Tried to lay down a bunt on that last one. We'll see if Benechek is swinging here. Yes, he is. Ground ball through into left. That is the second knock of the day for Aiden Benechek. Single and a double. Now Gavin Dupre will hit in place of Hudson Hyatt. Dupre stepped up to the plate and plated 3 runs on a triple against Bowles last night in the 7th inning, which kind of put the game on ice. Creekside ended up plating 5 more runs after that, but that was the one that really blew the game open. He had a really great quote after the game when I was interviewing him. Said, how'd it feel when you got back? What was the reaction when you got to the dugout? He said, they were excited because I don't hit. That one high foul into the street, nearly hit a truck driving by. That would have been terrible luck. Contrary to what Dupre says, he can hit. Hit 400 at the JV level. Couple of knocks for him this season at the varsity level. A 1-1 count on him here. Pickoff move, checking on Beneček. He's back safely at first. He is 2 for 8 up at the plate this season, 4 RBIs. Takes upstairs. 2-1. Two-out base runner is Beneček for Creekside. They're going to check on him again at first. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch to Gavin Dupre. 3-1 now. Creekside with 7 runs in this game. This is their 12th game in the month of March. They have scored 5 or more in 11 of them. Called strike 2, full count on the sophomore at the plate. Miskowick is set. The payoff pitch, swung on and hit hard but foul down the third base side. It's been really fun to watch this Creekside offense find some consistency. They showed flashes, had some good games in February, but had a lot of not so good ones mixed in there. You can see them gaining a lot of confidence up there at the plate. 3-2 is high and in for ball 4. Back-to-back base runners with 2 outs brings up Zach Jackson. I mentioned the 5 runs or more in 11 of their 12 March games. They played 7 games in February, scored more than 5 just twice. And the rest of their games, they were limited to 2 runs or less. Jackson takes a strike. Two on and 2 out. Inside on Jackson. 1 for 3 with an RBI single That came in the third. That one is ripped fair down the left field line. Benechek will score. Headed to third, and getting in there is Cackle Reese. It is a double for Zach Jackson, and it is 8-1 Creekside. Creekside doubles are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. Jackson with the double, now 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. 8-1 ball game. Schlegel at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Got a single, a walk, and a strikeout. All the action for Creekside have come with 2 outs in this 5th inning. Single, walk, and a double. Believe that's going to be scored a double. I think he would have had one. Two balls and a strike. Schlegel awaits the pitch, swings and misses at strike 2. Belichick on deck, should the inning make it to him. Dugout making some noise. The 2-2 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Runners will be going. Or no, they will not. 3-2, 2 outs. They'll be staying put with no one on first. The 3-2. Ring him up on the outside corner, called strike 3, and that will end the inning. Creekside gets one across on the 2-out rally. 8-1 ball game as we hit the bottom of the 5th. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the 5th inning, and we've got a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you're ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Hudson Hyatt is on for the Creekside Knights. He gets ready to face Colin Gardner, Connor Lewis, and Eli Robshaw. 9-1-2 coming up for the Flashes in the bottom of the 5th inning. Our score is 8-1. Final line on the Creekside starter, Nick Romeo, goes 4 innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 run, which was unearned. He struck out 3 while walking 1. A 1-1 count on the first baseman. Make it 2-1. Hyatt is making his 6th appearance of the season. He's gone 6 innings, an ERA at .583. Foul ball, 2-2. He's coming off of a start against Spruce Creek, which he went 1 1/3, no hits, gave up an unearned run, walked 1, didn't strike anyone out. As that foul ball goes off the foot of Garner, he'll walk that one off. The key for Hyatt is to stay in control of his pitches, as the control wasn't exactly what he'd like it to be against Spruce Creek. They weren't hitting his stuff too well, but he got himself into a little bit of trouble with some hit-by pitches in his walk. Thought he had the strikeout there, didn't get the call. 3-2 count. That'll do it. Strike 3 called at the knees. Garner down on the backwards K. Back to the top of the order. And Connor Lewis. He's 0 for 2. Reached base once on an error. And grounded out. Defensive substitution for the Knights. Tony Romeo is into the game at second base. Good curve from Hyatt. Finds the zone for strike 1. Follows that breaking ball up with a fastball. Doesn't find the zone, 1-1. Into the windup. There's strike 2 on Connor Lewis. Searching for the strikeout. This one is sent out to right. Williams settles under it and makes the play for out number 2. Good start to the inning for Hyatt. Trying to finish it off against Eli Robshaw. He is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. Robshaw, the catcher for the Flashes. Came into this one leading the team with a .385 batting average, on base percentage at .547, 8 RBIs. The 0-1 from Hyatt is slap foul. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Eli Robshaw. Just outside the strike zone. Another 2-strike offering from Hudson Hyatt. Reached out there and poked it into left for a base hit. The inning will continue. Now Dayton Taylor is 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a runner on first. Taps one back to the screen. This St. Joseph team has been really impressive this season. Just one loss on the line, which was over a month ago. Came into this one ranked in the top 35 in the state, number 1 in Class 1A. Line drive right at the shortstop, Benechek, to end the inning. Hudson Hyatt puts up a scoreless frame in the 5th. On to the 6th inning, 8-1 Creekside is our score on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Top of the 6th inning, and it's Belizik, Morton, and Williams due up for the Creekside Knights. They lead 8-1 over St. Joseph. Powered by a 6-run inning in the 3rd. Belizik went opposite field for a 2-run home run. He has reached base 3 times in this one as he awaits the second pitch of the AB. The lefty Garrison Wade gets one into the zone. That fastball looks lively from Wade. He's appeared in 6 games, gone 12 2/3, all out of the bullpen. ERA at 1.11. Changes them up with the speed. Can't find the strike zone. 2-2 is the count. The wind and the pitch. Fly ball out of play. Miskowick goes 2 2/3 out of the bullpen, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 4 while striking out 3. Up and away with that one. Full count on Connor Belizik. Wade has struck out 18 while walking 8. Opponents hitting .255 off of him. Leads the team, tied for the lead with 4 saves. Fastball away, and he walked him. For the fourth time tonight, Connor Belizik has reached base. Brings up Parker Morton. He has reached base twice, both on walks. Joey Dugo out to run for Belizik. Top of the sixth inning, Knights with a 7-run lead. Parker Morton started off a little cold at the plate, but has really turned the page. 8 hits in his last 5, season batting average up over 300. Came into this one getting on base at the 463 mark. OPS up over 700. Double-digit RBI total with 10. Takes low 2-0. Three-0. We'll see if Morton has the green light. Runner on first with nobody out. 3-0 into the strike zone. There's strike one. Garrison Wade, the kick and the pitch. Chopped foul. Second straight 3-2 count for Garrison Wade. He walks Belizik, trying to avoid walking Morton. Popped up on the infield. Taylor ranges over and makes the catch. 1 out. Parker Morton was on a 5-game hit streak. That is in big-time danger now. One on, one out. Drew Williams up at the plate. He's reached base 3 times. Hard line drive back up the middle. Gloved at second. And Carlos Willis and Dayton Taylor combine for the fielder's choice. Two outs for Mike Bisham. Made really good contact to right center field, but Camden Biscup made a nice play on that one to make the catch. He's 1 for 3 on the day. There's strike one. These bugs are starting to get to me out here. And on the hands, chopped over to Chris King. 0-2 count. Wade shakes off a sign. Comes set. And the pitch. Williams goes, not going to matter. Swinging strike 3 will end the inning. Nothing on the board for Creekside in the 6th. They still lead 8-1 as we play on to the bottom of the 6th inning at St. Joseph Academy.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville. on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Hudson Hyatt back out on the mound for the bottom of the 6th inning. Miskowick will be the first to greet him. 8-1 lead for the Creekside Knights. First pitch runs in for ball 1. Quick conference between Hyatt and Belizik. Couple Knights thrown in the bullpen. Reese Knight has been up and ready to go. I believe I saw Christian Rodriguez getting ready as well. Hyatt to the plate. Ground ball is through into right for a base hit. Miskowick gets on base. Camden Biscup has reached base twice. An error and a single for him. He scored the lone run of the game for St. Joe's. Leadoff man aboard. Hyatt, after taking a peek over at him, set and fires. There's a strike. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Hyatt missing high. 2 balls and a strike. This is the second of 3 this week for the Creekside Knights. They'll finish out the week against Clay tomorrow night at home. Pop up, foul ground, drifting fair. Either way is caught by Blansett. Out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Big time matchup with the Clay Blue Devils tomorrow night. Garrison Wade up to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch for our contest tomorrow is at 6:30. Clay stands at 12-6. They got off to a fast start, but have cooled down a little bit recently, facing some tough competition. 2 of their last 3 they have lost to IMG Academy and Jesuit. They lost 1-run ball games to St. John's Country Day and Tocoy Creek. 1-run loss to Providence, 1-run loss to Lincoln. They have been a tough team this year. Usually a good battle between Clay and Creekside. Last year, Clay won 3-2 against the Knights.
Don't lose him.
2-2 on Garrison Wade. Hyatt's pitch. Swung on and missed. Throw to second, and he is out. That'll be a strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. Oh, hold on. They said at home he didn't go. Yes, he did. So a strike him out, throw him out. Connor Belizik guns down Miskowick to end the inning. 8-1 Creekside as we hit the 7th. Last chance to add some insurance for Creekside when we return on Schlick Sports. Top of the 7th inning, 8-1 Creekside is the score. 7-8-9, Blansett, Benechek coming up as that one is down the right field line. Could be extra bases. Blansett taking the turn, will stay put at first with a single. Leadoff base runner for the Creekside Knights. Brings up Aiden Benechek, waiting to see who will go on deck. No one is there as of now. It's been a nice game for Aiden Benechek, 2 for 3 with an RBI double. Hudson Hyatt is going out to the on-deck circle. The 0-2. Missing high. A ball and 2 strikes on Benechek. Up and away, 2-2. Garrison Wade delivers. Oh, they said he... He ruled he didn't hit it. So Blancett is to second. I thought that was a foul tip. It's a stolen base for Tavern, pass ball. Pass ball puts Tavern Blancett in scoring position. Hudson Hyatt had an RBI single his last time up, walked back in the second as well.
Batting for rights, number 23, Hudson Hyatt.
Creekside has controlled this game from the second inning on. They have not trailed. Led by 7-0 after 3. Haven't seen back-to-back wins of large margins from Creekside in a while, and they've faced some tough competition this year, leading to being the main reason of that. We've kind of come accustomed to these tight ball games with little to no room for error. Good for the Knights as they hit the playoffs. And that was the goal of this schedule. You play 3 games a week to get ready for the 3-game series. And you face stiff competition throughout the year to test yourself and make sure you're prepared. And Creekside has fared well against it. The other part of that, playing those tough teams, is the umpire now looking over to St. Joseph dugout. And an assistant is yelling at him. He's getting a warning. Xander Brown running for the pitcher, Hudson Hyatt. The other part of that, facing those tough teams, is it's forced Creekside into a lot of close games, and they have learned how to play baseball in those tight contests this year. Zach Jackson is 2 for 4, an RBI single and an RBI double for him. Runners in motion, pitches a strike, and Tavern Blancett is out stealing third. And he's getting some stern words from Chris King. Not sure if he missed a sign or what. Xander Brown ended up staying put at first. 2 outs in the inning. Down and in. That one will get to the backstop. Brown is into scoring position. Waiting to see what the count is here. Didn't see what was the call on that second pitch. 3-1, I believe, is the count. The pitch. Chopped over to third. Gloved. And there will be no throw for Connor Lewis. He eats it. Jackson legs out a single. His 3rd hit of the game. Brings up Hunter Schlegel. 2 on, 2 out. Runners on first and third. Here's the pitch. The sun beginning to go down, casting shadows from the tree line behind right field. Just under that one, it's skied high in the air to right. And making the catch is the right fielder. And that ends the inning. Creekside gets a couple on base, but nothing on the board. Looking to close this one out when we return. 8-1 Creekside as we head on to the bottom of the 7th. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Bottom of the 7th, Hudson Hyatt trying to shut the door. 2 good innings out of the bullpen has kept St. Joe's scoreless. He's got the bottom of the order led off by Carlos Willis in the bottom of the 7th inning. Up and away, 2-0 is the count. Up and away, 3 balls, no strikes. "12 hits in this game, 8 runs for the Creekside Knights compared to 5 hits, 1 run for the Flashes. Willis draws the walk. Brings up Mullahy. Leadoff man on first. Mullahy, the left fielder, is 0 for 2 in this game. Hyatt is set after the 4-pitch walk, trying to bounce back. Hard line drive into the left field corner. That ball is down, gloved by Jackson, and a great job to get that ball into the cutoff man quickly. Just a single, and he holds the runner, Willis, who was on first, to just second base. Nice defensive play out there by Zach Jackson. 2 on, nobody out. Colin Gardner Hyatt is set, looks back towards second, and steps off. Some traffic on the base paths. This is the first time St. Joe's has been able to apply some pressure on the Knights in a couple of innings. Strike 2 on Gardner. He's gone down on the strikeout twice. Down 0-2 right here. Hyatt is set. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center. Bisham running back, still going back, and can't get to it. One hopper off the wall. 1 run is going to score, and it's a stand-up double for Colin Gardner. Two still in scoring position with nobody out. Chris King coming out to talk to Hyatt. Reese Knight looks to be getting ready to go in. And that will do it for Hudson Hyatt. Good showing out of the bullpen. We turn it over to the top of the order in an 8-2 ball game when we return after this pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Shacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Shacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Reese Knight onto the mound in this pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Connor Lewis will greet him. 8-2 ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Runners on second and third for St. Joe's. Knight starts him off with a fastball, which goes high for ball one. Reese Knight making his 6th appearance of the season. He's pitched 3 2/3 on the mound. An ERA at 5.73. Gets him to pop this one up. Foul territory. Blanchett runs out of room. 1-1 count. Knight gets the sign, comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped over to Benechek at shortstop. Just able to knock it down. Can't do anything more with it. The single brings in a run, and it is now 8-3. Eli Robshaw with runners at the corners. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runs home. Up and in. Taking second is Connor Lewis. Slow chopper over towards third, goes foul. Two balls and 2 strikes on Robshaw. Reese Knight looking for an out. Another base runner would give a lot of momentum to St. Joe's. Give him some hope. Wild pitch coming home and scoring is Colin Gardner, now 8-4. Connor Lewis to third on the play. 3-2 on Robshaw. The pitch is popped up in right field, going back there further than I thought. Bysham comes over, makes the catch, throws it home. It's a good one on line. Won't get there in time. It's a sac fly for Robshaw. 1 out in the inning. And that will do it for Reese Knight. Time for another call to the bullpen. This pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change on your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Now a save opportunity for Christian Rodriguez. He's on for Reese Knight with the bases empty and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. 4 runs in for St. Joe's. First pitch runs upstairs. Ball 1 to Dayton Taylor. Rodriguez set. The pitch. Strike 1. Rodriguez making his 6th appearance of the year. He's gone 7 1/3, 191 his ERA. Back into the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez set and the pitch. Line drive over the head of Aiden Benechek into left center field. Just like that, the tying run stands on deck. Sean Miskowick trying to set the table. St. Joe's not going down easy. Curveball, strike 1. Miskowick is 2 for 3, a single and a double for him. The pitch, curveball, strike 2. Oh, 2 count on Sean Miskowick. Rodriguez comes set, and the pitch. Just outside for ball 1. Creekside is trying to snap a 6-game win streak for the Flashes. St. Joe's trying to muster a late inning comeback. Curveball is sent foul. Miskowick stays alive. Set is Rodriguez. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big time out number 2. Down to their last out, St. Joseph and Camden Biscup. It was a 7-run lead for Creekside as we entered the bottom of the 7th. St. Joe's has given themselves a chance. A 1-0 count. Fastball low, 2-0. If Biscup gets on base, he would represent the man on deck. Garrison Wade would represent the tying run. Rodriguez into the zone. The 2-1 offering. Ground ball, foul, not by much. 2-2. St. Joe's down to their last strike. Rodriguez back up on the rubber. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Foul tip off the glove. Still 2-2. Runner on first. 8-5 ball game. Rodriguez shakes off a sign, looks over to first, and delivers. Got him looking at strike 3 and closes out this one. Creekside knocks off St. Joe's by a score of 8-5. Christian Rodriguez earning the save out of the bullpen in the 7th. An offensive explosion for the Knights. Got interesting there at the end, but Creekside comes away with their 12th win of the season, advancing to 12-7 as they take on Clay tomorrow night back at Freedom Field. You can tune in for first pitch at 6:30 back here on Schlick Sports. But until then, I'm Noah Schlickstup signing off saying have a good night from Coon Field.